have a right to violence. All oppressed people have a right to violence. And I'm going to tell you something. It's like the right to pee. You got to have the right place. You got to have the right time. You got to have the appropriate situation. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is it.
The woman murdered on that train had a Black Lives Matter banner hanging in her bedroom. That's not just a detail. It's the symbol of everything that's gone wrong. A society obsessed with slogans instead of safety. A culture more worried about offending criminals than protecting the innocent. This wasn't just a tragedy. It was a failure, a deliberate failure created by policies that reward weakness and celebrate delusion. He should have never been there. He wasn't some first-time offender. He wasn't lost. He wasn't misunderstood. He was a repeat violent criminal who had already been given too many chances. The second time he went to jail, that should have been it. Game over. No more exits. No more freedom. But instead, the system opened the door again and again.
And now someone who came to this country for safety is dead because of it. What kind of justice is that?
We are told to care more about the background of the attacker than the life of the victim. We are told to understand him, to consider his history, his trauma, his struggles, as if that matters more than the blood on the floor, as if that makes up for the reality that someone with a history of violence was free to roam the streets and the trains and take another life. What exactly are we rehabilitating when we let people with no intention of changing back out into society? This is the result of a culture that kneels to ideology over reality. The kind that puts up BLM posters in classrooms and ignores the rising crime in the streets. The kind that chants for abolishing prisons while women bleed out on public transportation. The kind that thinks hashtags and banners are more powerful than bars and sentences.
We built a system where virtue signaling is more important than verdicts that actually protect people.
How many more need to die before we wake up? How many more lives do we trade for the illusion of progress? We are being told that safety is secondary to equity, that enforcement is oppression, that consequences are cruelty. What fantasy are we living in? Because in the real world, people are dying. And they're not dying because we're being too harsh.
They're dying because we're not being harsh enough.
There's a sickness in this logic. A sickness that says everyone deserves another chance, no matter how many they've already wasted. A sickness that tells us the real villain is the system, not the man holding the knife. We're so busy rewriting the rules of justice to fit a narrative, we've forgotten what justice even means. It's not supposed to be soft. It's not supposed to be forgiving to those who refuse to change. It's supposed to protect the people who follow the law, not endanger them to protect the ones who break it. This isn't about race. It's not about politics. It's about survival. It's about the basic right to live without fear of being stabbed on your way home. And if we can't even guarantee that, then what exactly is this society pretending to stand for? She had a banner in her room. She believed in something. She believed in justice and equality and progress. And now she's dead at the hands of the very system that claimed to fight for those values. It's not irony. It's betrayal. And it should make every single one of us furious. Let's stop pretending this is complicated. It's not. You remove threats. You protect your people. You don't gamble with lives to make a political point. The second time you went to jail, that should have been the end of the story. Instead, it was just the beginning of hers, a violent final chapter in a book that never should have been written.